Are you overwhelmed by the challenge of personalizing communication for thousands of students? That's where Element 451's AI assistants come in. From nudging prospective students to guiding those already on their journey, AI assistants don't just automate. They write, build, and optimize every step of your digital campaigns. Discover how at element451.com/AI team.
Welcome to Talking Tactics, a podcast that gets you results. Each episode features a single tactic implemented with limited resources that moved the needle in enrollment in some way. I'm your host, Day Kibbles, Strategy Director at Ology, a marketing and branding agency for education. Join me every other week for discussions with some of the most clever folks in admissions and enrollment marketing, doing the work day to day, just like you. Talking Tactics is a part of the Enrollify network, a robust collection of podcasts designed to help higher education professionals like you grow. Explore our other shows at enrollify.org or check out some of my personal favorites, linked in the show notes below. Enrollify is made possible by Element 451, the leading AI-powered, all-in-one student engagement platform, helping institutions create meaningful, personalized, and engaging interactions with students. Check them out at element451.com. Hello, listeners. Welcome back to Talking Tactics. I am your host, Day, and I'm excited for today's episode because it is about Lego. I think Lego will single-handedly be responsible for me not ever be able to retire because I spend way too much money on Lego for adults and Lego for my son. But that's not what this episode is about. Instead, we're going to talk about how Jess Frazier from Notre Dame University has seen a 102% increase in engagement on the university's admissions Instagram due to a special Admitted Student Day celebration area featuring custom Lego figurines. Jess is the Assistant Director of Digital Media at the University of Notre Dame Enrollment Division for Strategy and Engagement, focusing on digital student storytelling for the admission channels. Welcome to the show, Jess.
Thank you so much for having me, Day. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm such a huge Lego fan that when I first heard about this and I heard about you, I was like, I need it. I need to know. I need to know about this tactic. So my very first question for you is very, very important. And I didn't warn you I was going to ask you this. So we're going to get like a natural response. You ready?
Okay, yeah, bring it on.
What is the plural of Lego?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is a hot debate.
Oh, gosh. I would think that the plural is Lego.
You know what? That's what the original Lego company says. You are correct.
So
You're correct.
I'm with the brand on this.
You're with the brand. You're also with the country. You're with Europe in general.
Okay.
But, over here, where we are on this side of the Atlantic, and English and in Spanish, actually, it's Legos. So, I don't know. I don't know what I prefer.
What a hot debate.
It is.
We've really kicked things off. Hot topic here.
There's going to be a team Lego and there's going to be a team Legos, but maybe we can stick with Lego for the episode. I don't know.
Sounds good. Yes.
We'll see.
Let's do that.
All right. So talk to me about these Admitted Student Days. What were they like and where did the motivation come from to change them up?
Yes. So I think a lot of colleges and universities have Admitted Student Days. So of course, the idea after students have been admitted into university, you want to bring them onto campus for an extended campus visit. And, these tend to be really high yield events. So we've always had great Admitted Student Days in the past, but this year we really wanted to build even more excitement. So we ended up rebranding from Admitted Student Days and we called it the Rally.
Yeah.
And we had 3 key themes in mind when we developed all of our programming. So we wanted to focus on excellence, community, and joy. So that when joy. So when students and parents walked onto campus for the first time, for some of them, we wanted them to feel immediately welcomed into the Notre Dame family. So while really this whole weekend is essentially a celebration, we really wanted to focus on creating a dedicated space and a moment.
A moment.
A moment where students who either confirmed prior to attending the rally or who were going to confirm at that weekend had a dedicated space to celebrate, because this is a really big deal in a young person's life, deciding where they're going to attend college or university. And we wanted to make sure that they felt celebrated. So in previous years, I think we did a really great job on social media about posting a recap, right? Here's what we did throughout the event. Here's some photos or even video of what we did. But this time, the committee really thought again about creating that moment. I'll keep saying that, where we could highlight that throughout the weekend. And we came up with some really fun content using the Lego.
So I love this. I love moment because moments make memories. Moments make memories. And if there's no like designed moments, the memories are kind of random, right? Like it could be something good or something bad that happens on your campus. So first of all, I love that. I'm a big believer in moments. And then the second thing that I love about this is just the whole rebrand of this, right? Like Admitted Student Day, which is what we all call these events.
Yes,
Sounds
we wanted
terrible.
we wanted to stand out, right?
Yes.
And be a little different.
Yeah, and like it should feel like a rally. It should be joyous, right? It shouldn't be Admitted Student Event, which sounds like student system language. I know. Oh my God. My mind is already blown. But okay, let's talk about these Lego.
Yes.
Where did the idea come from? Why Lego?
Okay, what a great question. So a Notre Dame alum built a Lego replica of the university's iconic main building. So known to students and families who know Notre Dame as the Golden Dome.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
So this Lego replica, just to give you an idea, it's made of 300,000 Lego pieces.
Wow.
And it's just become this must-visit place on campus. I mean, this thing is roughly the size of a small golf cart.
Wow.
It's really, really big.
300,000 pieces.
300,000 pieces.
Wow.
So it just kind of became this thing. We posted about it on our social and everyone went crazy. You know, everyone wanted to buy one. That's also what makes it special. You can't buy one.
You can't buy one.
It is one
There's
of a kind.
Just one. Yes.
Yes. And now it's a place on campus where people come and see this. People are always there taking photos of the Lego replica. So we have this amazing experience program coordinator, and she connected all the hype around the Lego Golden Dome to how could we connect this to the rally, and have this idea of having students who confirm build a replica of themselves as a Lego wearing Notre Dame gear. So it's a way for them, again, to feel even more part of the Notre Dame family.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So first of all, I just want to sidebar here. 300,000 Lego pieces. Like if people wanted to buy that, it would be thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Thousands. It's just context for folks. Context. But the other thing I love about this, it makes me think, I don't know if you've ever seen these miniature cities or what, there's these kind of places you can visit. I went to one with my son last year, and you can actually get a 3D printout of yourself and put it in the city somewhere, wherever you want. So I'm imagining all these little confirmed student Legos all around the Lego Golden Dome, and my heart is melting.
Yes, I mean, they loved it. And they also built the Lego right next to the Golden Dome, the Lego Golden Dome. So it was even more of that connection. Everyone wanted to take their photo with it. It was truly amazing.
Yeah, I can totally imagine you actually putting them on there too. How cute is that for forevermore? Oh man, I think I'm gonna apply to Notre Dame and hopefully get in. Right? And then hopefully
for the Lego.
Yeah, go to the rally, confirm, and get my figurine. Okay, so all right, all this sounds awesome, but I'm sure it wasn't easy to make it happen. So talk to us about the implementation. What was the project plan? What all did you have to do? How many people were involved? All the things.
Yeah, so we had a team to make this happen. I think step one was ordering the Lego pieces, right?
Yeah.
So we went to Lego directly to order all of these specialized pieces. And something really important to note, because I love this so much, we had a person on our team. He actually used to work for Lego. So he's a self-proclaimed Lego enthusiast, very into it. Yes. And he was just extremely thoughtful with the selection of the pieces. We wanted anyone coming to that table to build a Lego to feel that they could replicate themselves. So that meant finding Lego pieces with a wide range of skin tones, hair type, and textures. You know, we considered students who maybe came to the rally who were in wheelchairs or had prosthetic limbs. And we even got Lego pieces with hearing aids.
Oh, wow.
And yes, whenever a student came to the table and they could tell all the thought that was put into it, it meant so much to them to be represented in that really special way and have a super unique experience and a takeaway from the rally.
I just always like to say show, don't tell, right? And like what a way to show your commitment to inclusivity just by having these options for folks. So everybody felt included and everybody saw that everybody else was included. That's amazing.
Yes. I mean, truly, I stood at the table a lot, just, taking content, and the students, their eyes would just light up when they saw like hair or skin or anything that looked like them. They were super excited about that. So that was a really important step and something the team thought through very carefully. So after that, it was, implementation. How do you make this happen for when there are going to be 2,000 students and their families on campus? How do we make sure that this runs smoothly? So we had to make sure that we had a combination of student volunteers. We had some paid interns. Our entire enrollment staff, we have 90 to 100 people on our staff. They really came together and volunteered to man this table so that we could focus on making it really fun and really memorable for students. So it became the great logistical battle of the rally, just arranging everyone's schedules, but we were able to pull it off,
Hey there, it's Mallory, Chief Strategist of Enrollify. Higher ed is facing a leadership crisis. The demands on today's college and university leaders are skyrocketing, and talent is leaving the industry at an unprecedented rate. New leaders like you are emerging, but no one is getting the proper training to be successful. Well, Enrollify is here to change that. Our new course, Lessons in Leadership, taught by Dr. Carrie Phillips, will prepare you to be a confident, empathetic, and effective leader. From systems thinking to adaptive leadership, building culture to handling difficult decisions, this comprehensive online course is perfect for new and aspiring leaders. Don't wait. The course starts September 9th, and for a lucky group of 26 students, we have the option to add interactive sessions with Dr. Phillips for personalized guidance. Visit Enrollify.org to learn more.
And it worked out really well. So we had a playlist going with some of Notre Dame's, special songs that we always play at football games, and just fun music for everyone, really celebratory music. So they would go through, they would build their Lego. We would take a photo of them with it at the Lego Golden Dome. But then we also set up another photo op opportunity for students. And in that, we also, so they would hold their Lego, they were very excited. We also set off confetti cannons as well.
Rally.
Yes, rally. It was another step that students got to take with us. And we saw that all over social media. Through that weekend, through when they committed. That was usually the photo that parents or students used to say, I've officially committed to Notre Dame, right? Because it's so fun. Confetti going off. We love it.
I have a Lego that looks like me. What more could I possibly want?
Exactly.
I can imagine, I imagine this kind of like a production line, like you're going through and it's like, I'm going to pick my legs. I'm going to pick my torso. Is that how you had it set up? Okay. And so, and there's nothing more of a buzzkill than a line. How did you manage the waiting while people were rustling through?
Yeah. So, I mean, that was going on, but we strategically had students at the Lego table so that as the other students were waiting to build their Lego, our students would go down the line like, oh my goodness, you've decided to commit. That's so exciting. What questions do you have?
Awesome.
So that students were answering those questions. So it didn't really hopefully feel like too much of a wait. Although it was a very popular spot. So there was a bit of a wait, but people really, I truly don't think they minded because of the music going and being able to talk to current Notre Dame students and having their questions answered while they were waiting.
And honestly, that person-to-person, student-to-student interaction is so crucial and like a fundamental part of any event on your campus. And when that conversation can happen organically like that, just so smart all around, Jess. So smart. All right, everything is sounding great, but I'm sure that there were challenges or things you didn't anticipate. Talk to us about some of those hurdles you had to overcome.
Yes. Well, as you've mentioned, Lego it's a bit expensive,
It's a worthwhile investment. It's a lifetime toy.
Yes, anyone who has children or nephews like I do, we know, as you say, it is an investment. So we did have to take that into consideration. Mm-hmm. So we did decide to rebrand Admitted Student Days into the Rally. And as a part of that, the leadership team were very conscientious that we would need a bigger budget to be able to implement this really, again, joyous moment for students. Mm-hmm. And we knew that Lego would be really popular. So while it was expensive, I think we were able to show that this moment would help students to feel welcomed into the Notre Dame family. And that was just so important. And we also know the impact of college visits to yield. It is very high. Yeah. So just knowing those numbers helped us to get the budget we needed to create this moment for students.
Yeah. So you kind of had to make this case. And I mean, honestly, it sounds like you had pretty proactive, forward-thinking leadership that understands that these moments are an investment, because so many leaders want the proof that it's going to have a return. And sometimes with these things, you kind of don't know until you try, right? So I love that for you. I love that your team has this great leadership. But the other thing I'll say to folks listening who are like, well, my budget's not going to change, is look around. We're often spending a ton of money on things that are not working. And my favorite example to share about this, and I hope my former boss is not listening, is when I was still working at a campus and we were doing some of these admitted student events. One of the things that we spent money on was newspaper ads in regional markets. And that was in the tens of thousands. And I'm how much, how many ads and how many people are coming to this from a newspaper, right? So there might be parts of your event budget that you're currently spending money on that maybe are, move that budget to Lego. That's my advice.
Yeah. Yes. And it works.
It does. It works. So, all right. Money is one thing, of course, in terms of resources, but there's also, you talked about all the people that had to help. Was that easy? Did you find, sometimes I know colleges struggle to get faculty help, student help. How was that for you all?
Yes. So it was a bit of a challenge at first. So finding enough people to staff and manage this area, like I said, we needed at least 5 staff or volunteers minimum because there were so many people coming to the Lego station. But we ended up sourcing people from a lot of different places. So again, staff, of course, we were able to adjust their schedules so that they could be there for even an hour of their time. They would come down and help us out. But I think a really underutilized resource for these types of events are student volunteers. I know I was really surprised how many wanted to take part in these events because it had meant so much to them when they were high school seniors coming in. Mm-hmm. And they told us this was the weekend that I decided to commit to Notre Dame. So after we started sourcing all of those volunteers, that was where we really found the manpower to be able to do this. And the students were the best volunteers for this table because they just naturally had all of this excitement for students. And again, it could go back to they could talk to students about their Notre Dame experience as well. So I would say sourcing student volunteers was the best thing that we did to overcome that challenge.
Yeah. And back to what we were saying earlier, like they are the ones that can chat with the families.
Absolutely.
And that's something that you should always build into your events.
Yes.
So, all right. So for anyone listening who's like, I really want to do this, I kind of have to show that it works. Talk to us about your results. What did you see as a result of this effort?
Yes. So people absolutely loved this experience. There was a constant intake of people. So we had this table opened from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for 2 days. And it just a constant, steady stream of people. And it was also really emotional. So with the music and everyone celebrating, several parents cried.
That's going to be me one day. I guarantee it.
I mean, I was tearing up and I'm like, I don't know you guys, but this is great. And, just seeing their child, choose their place at Notre Dame. And I heard a parent say, as her, student was building her Lego, she just said, this just makes me feel like my daughter belongs here.
Aww.
And that's really the point of why we did this. Yeah. It's to have students feel that sense of belonging.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even, in terms of metrics, I compared our content to the previous year and we went up 102% on Instagram in terms of engagement. So we had one reel in particular that did exceptionally well, and it was in around the Lego area. And what we did was we took photos of the students again with their Lego in front of the Golden Dome and did a quick reel. That one has 226,000 views and counting. Wow. So it was our second highest performing post of the academic year.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think something else to highlight is we didn't just find engagement with people who are already following us. So this really helped us in terms of reach as well. So by the end of a weekend, we had about 180 new followers from just a single piece of content that we put out there.
And hopefully these are prospects that are like, I want that. I will be applying.
Absolutely. So we also saw a lot of engagement on Facebook as well from parents. Right. So of course, while the students were building their Lego, while they were having their photo taken with the confetti cannons, parents were taking photos of that happening. So we saw that all over Facebook as well. There's a parent Facebook group that we have. And again, that is the photo that parents would post in the Facebook group to officially announce that their child had selected Notre Dame.
Love it.
So another way that we were able to kind of mark if this was successful or not was we put the Lego table as something that students could survey at the end of the weekend survey. And so it ended up being one of the highest rated events from the weekend.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yes. So, while I love stats and data as much as the next communications professional, I think it was reading those comments on the survey that we really gleaned the most important information from students and why we created this experience for them. So we read how much fun they had, how much it meant that they were able to be represented, in Lego form in this case, and the effort we put in to make that their commitment really special and really memorable for them.
Yeah.
So I can't pull in a specific, data point, but I can say from reading those survey results that this moment for students was really successful.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing that spreads through word of mouth too. And I mean, it's obviously spreading on social, but that feeling that you're creating, that community that you're creating is something that we all try to say we have. But it's so obvious that you created that for folks, right? So
yes.
I also always like to ask in terms of results, one of the things that these kind of cross-campus initiatives always helps with is collaboration. So talk to us about the results you saw there with working from folks across the campus.
Yes, absolutely. So again, like you said, there's so many stakeholders and campus partners that we had that helped to make the rally a success. So that's the academy, it's student affairs, it's student volunteers, and so many others. And at the conclusion of the rally, we ended up giving each of them a Lego replica of themselves. Yes.
Oh, I think your favorite podcast host should get a Lego replica of herself.
I'm thinking that as well. That will be sent to you, Day. Not a problem.
I love it.
Yeah. So, throughout the weekend, this is something where by day one, everyone across campus was wanting to come to us and be like, hey, can I grab one of those? It became a thing even outside of just admitted students and their parents. So when we sent those Lego replicas to all these different key campus partners, they were very excited and just delighted by it. And I think having that personal touch will really help next year, because we do know that we make really big asks of people, and these tend to hit right as the semester is coming to an end. We know that it's a really big ask, but we're hoping that, again, building these key connections with these campus partners will help them to be more excited next year because they have seen the excitement that students have and they get to be a part of it as well.
Oh, I just love it. And I'm so glad I scored my own replica. I'll be looking at my mail every single day.
I'm excited to build it.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Thank you so much for sharing this awesome tactic, Jess.
Yes, I was really happy to be here and thank you so much for asking me.
Yeah, of course. So if people want to see this tactic in action, I will be dropping links in the show notes of the original Lego story of the alum who built the Golden Dome and the reels of the rally so people can see how things went on. If people want to learn more about this or how you did it or where you ordered Legos from or any questions and they want to get in touch with you, where can they reach you?
Yeah, I think all my contact info is in the bio, but feel free to reach out, email me. We can set up a call. I'm happy to talk about it because again, I think just creating these moments for students, our collective admitted student days, it's so important to celebrate them and the tremendous success that they have had throughout the college application process.
I know, which is not easy. It's not easy.
It is not. No.
Well, thank you so much again. And to our listeners out there, follow and subscribe to keep walking the walk and talking the tactics. The Talking Tactics podcast is part of the Enrollify podcast network. If you like this podcast, chances are you'll like other Enrollify shows too. Our podcast network is growing by the month, and we've got a plethora of marketing, enrollment, and higher ed technology shows that are jam-packed with stories, ideas, and frameworks, all designed to empower you to be a better higher ed professional. Our shows help higher ed marketers and admissions pros find their next big idea and feature a selection of the industry's bests as your hosts, like Jamie Hunt, Allison Tercio, Jenny Lee Fowler, Jeremy Tiers, and so many of your other favorite leaders in higher ed too. Enrollify is made possible by Element 451, the leading AI-powered, all-in-one student engagement platform, helping institutions create meaningful, personalized, and engaging interactions with students. Check them out at element451.com.